She had to take up number 9, and out of 16 girls, she stood tall amongst the first 3 at the end of the competition. This morning, Setor is here.
Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Now on a whole different platform. You don't feel tense this morning, do you?
Not at all.
She walks in here, she says, has this set always been like this? No, it wasn't. I said it wasn't like this because every morning you came, there was tension on you. You're trying to remember the short code, what you can tell Ghanaians, what you can tell people from the Volta region, right? And all that. How does it feel?
It feels good. Every day is a new day, a new milestone, new discoveries of yourself, still learning, still growing. And it's been amazing so far after the competition.
Look, your levels have changed. How was the reception when you went back home to the Volta region? How were you received?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I have one video from my school in Ola Girls that got about 100,000 views under 2 weeks or something.
You're joking.
Yes. The reception from the marketplace, the tours, it was just overwhelming. Right. I knew there was support from the Volta region, but I didn't know it was that massive. Right. It was amazing. It was beautiful.
People love you.
I
People
know.
love you, though. Have you gone back to the hospital, though?
Not yet. I haven't resumed yet.
I'm just waiting to see what the reception would be like. But do you have plans of going back?
Yes, I do have plans.
But you are too busy right now. Yes. Working on other things. She says she's embarking on an African tour, and she's actually championing a friendship between Ethiopia and Ghana. And if you remember on the African Union night during GMB last year, she represented Ethiopia. That video will be coming up soon. But let me just ask, let's go straight to the point. There are how many countries in Africa? 54?
Yeah, 55.
Why? Okay, 55. Yeah, 55. So 54. Which one is the 55th one? Please correct me, producers. Help me right now. But why Ethiopia? Okay,
so basically what we are trying to do right now is start an African unity campaign.
Okay.
And obviously because I had the love from Ethiopia, I'm starting off with an Ethio-Ghana friendship. Okay. However, fortunately, on my tour, I got to participate in the African Unity meeting with Africans from the diaspora. So I got to meet a couple of other Africans from all over Africa, from South Africa, from Namibia. So I got to interact with a couple of them. And so we are going to push that eventually, but we're starting off with an Ethio-Ghana friendship, and then eventually we'll rope in the other countries.
Okay. I'm going to call for, just to elaborate on what you want to do in Ethiopia. Is her video from the GMB night, Africa Union night ready? Okay, so that one is not ready. So tell me, when did you visit it? Was that your first time though?
Yes, that was my first time in Ethiopia.
So when did you go? How many weeks ago?
About 3 or 4 weeks ago. Okay. I went from the 5th to the 24th.
Okay.
Oh, so that was long. About 4 weeks.
So was it an invitation by the Ethiopian?
Yes, it was an invitation from the Ministry of Tourism from Ethiopia.
Okay.
So I was just going through my social media, and somebody sends me a letter.
Wow.
So then
through social media?
Yes. So I had to go. So apparently they had been trying to contact me in some way, and they hadn't gotten through to me. So I had to go back to the embassy to clarify, and then they contacted the Ministry of Tourism.
So all this because you threw lights on them during GMB?
Yes, I was amazed.
Wow.
And the reception was amazing. I'm still in shock. I haven't recovered from the shock that I had from the reception I had in Ethiopia. Trust me, it was massive. It was even more massive than the Volta region. Right. Like, I could literally be walking in my hotel room and somebody stops me. Are you Ghana's most beautiful? Then I'll smile and say yes. And they say, we love you in Addis Ababa. Like, it was that amazing. It was beautiful.
And I'm sure on that night when you were representing Ethiopia, you didn't even think that it would catch this much attention.
Not at all, because that week came with a lot of stress.
Right.
I thought it was going to come out as one of my worst performances. On the contrary,
it turned out to be your blessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, so how do you intend to bless Ghana with this relationship, new-formed relationship that you have with Ethiopia?
So basically, like I said, we are trying to establish an Ethio-Ghana friendship. Obviously, it's supposed to benefit the both countries. That is, it's supposed to improve economic trade between the both countries, improve history learning between the both countries, and eventually in Africa. And as well, champion universal health, because obviously I'm a healthcare practitioner. So these are the things that we hope to achieve. And so we are still underway trying to get some stakeholders in place. Fortunately, I had the opportunity to tour the African Union building, and so I met a couple of people, so we are pushing that agenda as well.
So have you been able to outline any activities for this year? But before you do, so these are footages from, is that you sitting in a helicopter?
So that was at Ethiopian Airlines.
Okay.
I got to tour the Ethiopian Airlines Academy as well.
Oh, so this is an airplane, not a helicopter?
This is a simulator.
Oh.
It's a simulator.
Okay.
But it feels just like an airplane.
Wow, wow. So you were in the air or you were on ground?
We're on ground. So the simulator, you should see the simulator. It's just something like round.
Okay.
You don't even think it will feel like an airplane inside, but then you go inside.
It feels like an airplane. So this was right from the airport, and then, okay, so the footages will be rolling. So who are the notable people you were fortunate enough to have met?
So I met the President Salewok Zewde. She was one of the first people I met. I met her the following day. So I got to Addis Ababa on the 5th. The following day, I was flown to Lalibela because we were going to celebrate Gena. Gena is Ethiopian Christmas.
Oh.
And so I got to Lalibela. I wasn't expecting to meet the president or anything. For me, I was just going on a tour.
Right.
And they hadn't really given me an itinerary, so I really didn't know what was coming up next.
I'm sure they wanted to be surprising you.
I know, and they kept surprising me back to back. So then we woke up the following morning and they're like, we're going to the tarmac to meet somebody. So I go, I realized the Minister of Tourism is there, all the state ministers were there, the president of Amara region is there. I'm like, okay, it looks like I'm in a room. Then the red carpet, we walk to the red carpet, and then the private jets gets down to the red carpet, then officials start coming out. And then I see Salewok, and I'm excited. I'm like, what?
You were blown away.
So she comes down, she comes to hug me, and then we go for Gena. We fortunately had lunch after, and then we got to talk about a few things.
So Gena is supposed to be their version of Christmas.
Yes.
Are there any similarities?
Not really.
Theirs is entirely different. How is it like?
So they have an ancient church that dates back to the 1200s, made out of carved stone. It's very amazing to look at. You'd actually wonder how people back then were able to design such beautiful architecture.
Yeah.
And then they believe more of the Ark of the Covenant and the singing of the angels. So they sort of chant the singing of the angels all through till the event is over, and it's very beautiful to watch. It's like a choreography in synchrony, and it's just very beautiful to watch.
So this is you in an Ethiopian airplane, correct?
No, this one is another simulator.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and then here now, the one that just played, was at the Unity Park. I'm going to talk about the Unity Park briefly, but this was an Ethiopian airline simulator.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go back to, I saw you walking in some caves or some rocks.
So that was the Unity Park
you're talking about.
So I was going to talk about the Unity Park. I fortunately had a tour through, that's in Addis Ababa, through the Unity Park, the Friendship Park, and then the Total Park. But what caught my attention the most was the Unity Park, which is an initiative by the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. And it is beautiful to see because everything there has been designed in such a way that it's supposed to project unity. So the carvings of the trees, you see snakes coming out of each other to represent generations. The floors, I saw two camels built together, and it's done in different sections. Like it was one of the tours I enjoyed because you literally learn about geography, the geography of Ethiopia. You learn about African history, Queen Sheba, Emperor Menelik, Haile Selassie, Kwame Nkrumah, everybody that you would want to use the history. And there's a beautiful zoo, and that's the cave you're coming for. So I got to see the rare black African Maine lion, and apparently you could only find that there
in Ethiopia.
Very beautiful. I saw the white lions too, which apparently were brought from South Africa there as well. The giraffes, the zebras, all the beautiful things that you would want to see, you'd find inside the Unity Park. So to put all of that in one place actually blew my mind. Then there's one side that takes you through the whole of Ethiopia, and then just one tour. So you get to see all their provinces. So all the provinces or regions that I didn't get to visit, at least I got to get a glimpse of it at the Unity Park. And for me, it was amazing. The African unity was just like, everything there was just mind-blowing for me. because there was so much. It was educative. There was so much I learned just at the Unity Park. I'm like, how could anybody actually think of putting in together something like that? So I actually believe that if Ghanaians could actually do something like that, it would be very impressive. We could actually put all our history together in one place. And then
I see. I saw you standing on a stage. You're wearing yellow. Was it a T-shirt?
Yes,
what
that was the Great Ethiopian Run. Now, my tour was actually supposed to end on the 22nd.
Okay.
Then the Great Ethiopian Run is like, no, we need you to stay.
Right.
So then they call Ethiopian Airlines and they extend my stay for a couple of days.
Girl, you are so lucky.
Now, the stage you saw, the night before the Great Ethiopian Run, I got to meet the elite athletes. So I met the Olympic champions, Haile Gebrselassie and Meseret Dafar, double Olympic champions. They honored me at a press conference.
Ooh.
And then after, one of the elite athletes comes to me and then she's like, pray for me. If I win the race, I'd give you my medal.
Are you joking?
And I'm like, don't worry, you will win the race. I actually wanted to run too, but then I got there and they're like security checks. So I sat in the VVIP lounge the whole time. And then, lo and behold,
she won.
She won.
And she brought you the medal.
And she brought me the
so
medal.
Where is it?
I didn't bring the medal.
You should have brought it this morning. Oh,
she won and she came to me and said, you prayed.
I know.
And then they called me up onto the stage and then she came to do the honoring herself. It was just amazing.
That's so beautiful. Your journey has been beautiful. I'm so proud of you
beautiful.
that you actually partook in GMB 2021. It's brought you a lot of blessings.
A lot.
And I'm happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. This is looking good already. So tell me, for the rest of the year, what's the program outline? Are you taking a few people with you the next time you're going? Are we doing any exchange programs whatsoever?
Okay, so especially with the Great Run, we're hoping to get some athletes to go with us at the next Great Run.
Okay.
So that's something that we are putting together.
From Ghana
Now,
here.
if we're able to firmly establish the Ethio-Ghana friendship, then that'll see a lot of relations between Africa and between Ghana, between Ghana and then Ethiopia. So obviously exchange programs up and coming.
Right.
So for the next few months, we are trying to establish the Ethio-Ghana friendship, and we are in talks with some stakeholders to establish the Ethio-Ghana friendship.
Right.
And obviously, I'd like to extend a bit of my mental health campaign as well towards that side. So that's on my front as well for the Ethio-Ghana friendship.
Anyway, I know you're definitely doing this in collaboration, of course, with TV3 and MGTV and all the stakeholders for Ghana's Most Beautiful. But who else are you working with, and who do you want to say thank you to before you go?
First and foremost, I want to say a very big thank you to the Ministry of Tourism from Ethiopia. They've been amazing. The reception, I mean, they took me through every place without stress. Security checked. Every time I had my security detail, everything checked everywhere. Ministry of Foreign Affairs there. They made sure that I had everything. I went through from Wenchi to Weliso to Bishoftu to Lalibela, and then all along my security was checked. So a very big thank you to Ministry of Tourism and Ministry of Foreign Affairs from Ethiopia. Then a very big thank you to Ambassador Hadera Admasu. I couldn't have done it without him. I mean, he facilitated most of it, and so I'm very, very grateful to him and as well. And to Ethiopian Airlines. In fact, Ethiopian Airlines flew me on business class, fully finished, everything. I didn't have stress at all.
Queen that you are.
So thank you so much, Ethiopian Airlines. And everybody, all protocol observed, everybody else that I've forgotten, thank you so much. Those from Ghana who helped me to facilitate the trip, my parents, thank you so much. I'm very, very grateful.
Ghana is watching. They voted for you, kept you in the competition for 13 weeks, and you're here now. Your last words for Ghana before you go.
Ghana is an amazing country, and I love that there's so much support out there. I want to say I'm very grateful to Ghanaians so far, the criticisms, the love, everything that has Ghanaian supporters have put at me, I think has refined me into who I am now, and then who I'm still becoming. So we are still becoming. Thank you so much.
Setor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We wish you all the very best.